I hear you like this today.
Amazingly, shared chat seems to still be on.
Yeah.
Just.
Sawtooth knife only works if the enemy has.
And then it turned off.
And now it's turned off. Hold on.
Ricard, you broke it.
Okay.
Who broke
So,
it?
yeah, as I was saying, Sawtooth knife only deals bleeding if the enemy has no physical armor. Rupture tendons doesn't do bleed. Corrupted blade doesn't do bleed. Throwing knives don't do bleed. Backstab, backlash doesn't do bleed. Sleeping arms, gag order, chloroform, none of those do bleed. In fact, what?
Lucian, slash. What about your vampire slash ability?
Does do bleed, but also has a risk of hitting everybody in the area, which is not great.
But what I'm saying is, like, that's a bleed skill inside the vampire tree, which has synergies for bleed. So I'm assuming that's the one. That's why they've put bleed synergies in there, because they're expecting it to be a regular part of your kit.
Yeah. Slash I don't like using mainly because
it's
it
all
has
stemming
a
from the same
tendency
mod.
to hit everybody around it.
Yeah.
Which is not useful. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go deal with some oil blobs very quickly.
Now that we brought it up, do oil blobs bleed?
Apparently, yes.
Yes, oil blobs bleed. They are not immune.
Also, they have an exact cross on the top of their head.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh.
Huh.
Flash sacrifice. Now give me bloody redemption. Which. Ha!
70 foot.
Jesus!
Yes.
Okay, that incremental is much stronger than I thought it would be.
I'm not that surprised, given your hunt is also like 25%. It's a modded class. They're always a bit fuck-busted towards the end.
Okay. I was expecting like an additional like 10%. Like going from 25 to 35, 35 to 45 per like... But no, it's just here be death. And everything's charmed. So, okay.
Wait, they're fighting the Magisters as well.
Yes, because they're voidlings.
What is Hanex Teachings?
He's buffing himself.
Hanek's teachings. Using the teachings of the sorceress Hanek, Gwydion gains resistance to fire and earth damage and becomes immune to burning, but not necrofire. It's not lava, but it's something. Fire resistance 55%, earth resistance 20%, immunity to burning.
Fight oil with oil.
Indeed. And crit the floor with oil. Sorry.
He's okay.
Just because there's a patch there that isn't covered, so I'm just going to...
We're using two modded classes. Yes, Dark Race. I'm using the Vampire class, and Ed via Fane is using the Meta Sorcery class.
Nox Meta Sorcery.
Is at this point mostly a utility-based one, because it just does weird shit, doesn't really, like, slap.
Yeah, we mainly use it when we need to fix things, basically.
Or rip a door off its hinges. Like, this door just won't open and progression is soft locked. Quick, rip it off its hinges. I can't believe you missed both times. Oil blob, really?
Come on.
But yeah, Lucian didn't like the idea of playing as anything vanilla, so they wanted to go in with a vampire, basically.
It wasn't that I didn't like the idea of playing anything vanilla. It was simply that there was the option, you know? Like,
why make the
why
that
not
sounds
take
like the same answer, but that's just my ears.
Actually, wait.
No, I feel like it's a different answer. It's like, yes, I could have played vanilla, but because, and I probably would have played vanilla if we'd been like, okay, we're gonna go through it, and like, there are modded classes, but this is the main experience, and I would have been like, yeah, cool, that's fine. But because we had the option, because we were already modding a lot anyway, I thought, well, why not add a little bit of spice in, you know?
Listen, Dark Race, you say that. You realize we're playing a Larian game, right?
Oh, Rakan. Oh, yes. Straight to the heart of the matter.
Listen, I love Larian, love him to death, but legitimately, they make great games, but their games are jank as fuck, and it's part of the appeal, but you gotta have backup plans.
Yeah, that is fair, Rookie. My answers sound like Lucian's answers as well, so it all goes in a big circle.
Nice, good, a big old circle jerk.
Here we are, a bunch of jackasses standing in a circle. Or more specifically, standing in like a zigzag, I guess. This wooden armature is really weird.
And you did.
Where are they gonna go? What are they even gonna try and do?
I mean, they're still charmed up until the end of their turns.
Yeah.
Which is why it
What I
annoying
do find funny is
because
arguably the most powerful thing in Lucian's toolkit isn't even from Vampire. It's just from
a coat.
4 sets of really fuck-busted armor that Larry themselves chose to add.
Admittedly, I'm actually thinking of switching out from.
Okay, the oil is now cursed and more oil is on the loose.
Oh boy. Okay. But yeah, I'm.
That one isn't very cute, I have to say, Dark Race. The big one isn't very cute.
I am admittedly
Oh, there's
thinking.
2 big ones.
Not cute. Sorry, you're thinking of, yes.
I'm thinking of like switching out at least one piece of the armor set so that Tyrant's Charm stops working. Because unfortunately, I would really like to be able to use Opportunist more often, and I can't when things are just charmed around me. So that every time they leave, I can't hit them. It's really annoying, actually.
Chain lightning!
Oh, nice.
It was kind of naff, Fane, gonna be honest with you. Have you got any? Can you just chuck a rock at them? No. Dazing bolt, I suppose, on him. You know what? He's already slowed. Let's make him shocked as well.
Yep.
And let's just make his life even worse. Undo a bunch of his progress. He's got to start all over again. You know, you shouldn't have taken that step forward. You really shouldn't have. I can't do shit from up here because I'm a melee guy. I'm just buggered, realistically.
I could place a fire totem. I could place a fire totem and create the greatest chain reaction the world has ever seen. And I will. Oh, I found a chain lightning skill book.
In Lucian's defense, which I will jump to here, we deliberately went very far out of our way to pick the least fuck-busted modded class we could find.
This is true.
Considering that Rakan wanted me to play as a Dragon Knight, where one of the first abilities is turn into a dragon. Like, there's some real fuck-busted ones out there, and it's still, the explosion's still going.
It's still going. They are still going.
So remember when I said y'all would notice when we reached hell? Welcome to the Black Pits fight. It's just Necrofire, the fight. Or as Proxy Gate Tactics calls it, the most Larian battle to ever exist.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of putting it.
Okay, on the subject of void modded classes though, I am annoyed because part of me did want to do Void Knight, because that's like basically what I've ended up building anyway. It's very sort of teleporty based, like all this stuff, but being a two-handed melee type. The capstone ability of which is turn into a void dragon, and no, again, little bit over the line. Like
little bit much.
I respect the hell out of you modders, because you make things from nothing that didn't exist before. I don't know what difficulty y'all playing on that you need to balance it like this. Because yikes.
I mean, I feel like you always gotta remember is that like there's different philosophy. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. I meant to go for a battering ram. That works too. And this thing is gonna kill itself.
Huh.
Oh, actually, it was. Oh, okay. Okay, up it comes.
That man just went for it. He was.
They have a
just
really long
full
jump,
on.
actually.
Yeah.
The most Larian battle to ever Larian. Yes.
On
Stop flapping one another.
Like the idea, did that thing just fall in the pit?
He didn't make it up.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting.
He jumped at me. Thankfully, this at least isn't, isn't one of those situations where we get truly completely stuck. We can just walk away from the fight if worst comes to worst and leave him down there.
Yeah. But, the point I was trying to make when it comes to your point, Ed, I feel like a part of the appeal of mods isn't always like making a balance. I feel like I say this because of my current run. I'm doing it slowly, but I haven't really done. It freed itself, but I haven't done much progress on it. But I'm doing a run on BG3 where I do play with very admittedly busted mods. I feel like that's for me that's part of the appeal. It's just fucking mowing shit down with cool abilities and shit.
I give you that for Beej, because Beej is primarily a sort of story and it's trying to be primarily a story game. Arguably Act 3 has some issues in that department, but that's beside the point. Act 1, the bit that actually got tested and that everyone saw, is mostly about decisions and story and all that kind of business. Whereas DOS has more of a 50-50 between gameplay. And I feel like if you aren't having any struggle with the fights of DOS, given how much stuff ends up in either fights you can't avoid or fights where you must, struggle to make the plot feel right, I'd argue that fucking with the balance of that has more damage to DOS as a game.
I see. I see.
That's not saying it shouldn't have difficulties or anything like that, and it absolutely does have difficulty settings and all that stuff. That's for the people who want it just to be easier.
Yeah.
But those settings are already there. I don't personally see in DOS 2 and DOS 1's cases why one would mod them to make them easier.
Yeah. Okay.
But then again, that is just me. I'm aware.
I mean, there is just a personal appeal of just playing as an overpowered character. I mean, isekai manga are popular for a fucking reason, even though 90% of them are pure fucking dog shit slop. The power fantasy tends to be kind of fun.
That's probably a culture divide then, because I don't tend to hang out in that area of
fair.
Of fiction. But then, not in a disapproving way. I just don't remember crossing paths with it. Yo, Magister Knight, you don't seem to be in an awful lot of fire over there. Hang on, let me help you out, bro.
Also, I realized I forgot to give Jimothy a shout